If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
Oh, it's your boy Robin HD Sports Fetish TV. What's going on, people out there? Good morning.
What is up, Playboy? How's everybody doing out there today, kid? How you?
Duplicate it, but never imitate it. Sports Fetish TV daily show. And I'm feeling good this morning, man. I'm a little fired up as usual. You know what I mean? I got my whole repertoire out today as we get ready to get into the hockey season, the hockey playoffs. I am extremely, extremely excited and ready to get busy and do my thing.
Apology here, man, because I did take the Pacers minus the points, but I did plug them also on a money line. I mean, there's some people I think that went in and gave the points with them, and I want to send an apology about that. Dude, I went under the impression that, listen, the Wizards had absolutely nothing to play for, and I figured that Washington would be sitting some starters, but I did put out a warning on Twitter after that once I learned that Washington was not sitting anybody. Put that out there, let everybody know, let the nation know to kind of fall back or, go easy or tread lightly or whatever you want to call it. So, but then I got to get the Phoenix Suns plus 22.5 and plus 25.5 on a live line because I had a feeling that Mr. Rivers was going to start sitting people in the fourth quarter. And boom, we cashed, kid. Very excited about that, kid. I got all that money back and made a bunch of money as well, kid.
Nice.
Yes, so feeling really good, kid. Feeling good about the nation this morning, kid. Just all positive energy this morning, brother. We got hockey popping.
Jay Rich the Mayor, It Be Easy, Rick Strickland, Mo, my man Buster Carr out there, Moonshine Money, Bobo is getting busy, James Hurlston's out there, OJFB, Crush the Bookie. What's happening, player? Marco Spagnola, No Request, P for Press, my man Nicholas J. Guys, good morning to you. If you can't tell, the energy is at an ultimate high because I'm just feeling great today. I'm just feeling great today. And you know what? I want to just say this because I was going to start the show, okay? I was going to start the show, and I felt like giving some credence to a couple little things that are going on out there. And you know what? Last night I got a tweet late night after most of it was off, and my man was like, hey, you know what? You guys are very well respected by a lot of people. Way more people than we're not respected by, like the two. All right, so, and he was like, why waste your time? Big ups to you, MT for that. And let me get his name dead right as I talk about it this morning. Big ups to my man MT Pockets for hitting me up with that last night and just telling me, hey, you know what? We're leaving all that stuff in the background. I'm done with it. I am absolutely done with it. It is just no more.
Good
Your
for
boy
you.
is a wrap with that nonsense.
Good for you, Dream. I'm glad. That's like graduation day for you, man.
You know what? I may still do it on Twitter, but it won't get acknowledged on the show.
You know what, man? I think you got better things to do, dude. While you're busy going crazy, I'm busy cashing live lines, Playboy. So maybe I gotta give you a little live line lesson to fill your time with something productive. You know what I'm saying? Oh hey, my God.
I'm busy working for 5 Dizzles in my spare time, brother. coming up with losing plays purposely. put in my money. Because I know we've seen the picks. It's when you see that $500 there, that's my 500. Or the Gino on the Clippers, I guess 5 Dizzles gave me the Gino to lose purposely.
Oh, man, that's funny, dude.
Oh, my God, man.
Anyway. You gotta keep hearing them, man.
That's just the magic bullet theory. Has there been such a chaotic explanation?
You know what, man? It won't be the first time, and it's not going to be the last time that the biggest show in the world gets in the public eye, kid. As usual, man. Hey, it is what it is, but I want to say a big shout out to everybody that's out there right now. I've got, wow, man, I got Dude, the list is crazy today, kid. Wow. We got, let's see, Cousin Peter's out there, Heavy 365, Face Kicker. I've got Yodo. I got, what's going on, buddy? I've got TBW. I got Get an Aussie Bookie. Wow, let's see. Total Sports Edge going to be coming on in a few. C. Rodriguez Jr., Wheat Money's out there. Let's see, Bobo, what's up, buddy? How you doing out there, man? Dude, listen, guys, I really want to go through all these names. I really, truly do. But you know what, man? This is just nuts. Right now.
Hey, on the NBA side last night, we had the Celtics over the Raptors, 95-93. We had the Pacers over the Wizards, 99-95, in a double overtime game. And we had the Clippers over the Suns, 112-101. That went down in the NBA. As far as the Major League Baseball was concerned, we had the Nationals losing to the Red Sox 8-7. Orioles beat the Yankees 4-3. The Tigers over the Pirates 2-0. The Rays beat the Blue Jays 3-2. The Mets beat the Phillies 6-5. The White Sox over the Indians 4-1. Marlins beat the Braves 8-2. Rangers over the Angels 8-2. Reds over the Cubs 3-2. Athletics over the Astros 4-0. Dodgers over the Mariners 6-5. Padres beat the Diamondbacks 5-1, and the Rockies beat the Giants 4-1. That's your baseball scores.
All right, and so that's everything, man. So tonight is when the hockey starts, kid.
Hockey kicks off tonight, guys. I hope you are excited and ready as we are. 7 o'clock is your starts. You got 2 7 o'clock games, 1 8:30 game. This is all Eastern Standard Time game, and 1 10 o'clock game. We start off with the Canadians and Senators. The Islanders and the Caps go at 7 o'clock. The Canadians are playing in Montreal versus the Ottawa Senators. The Capitals are playing in Washington versus the New York Islanders. Then at 8:30, the Nashville Predators kick off against the Chicago Blackhawks, and that is in Nashville. And then we have the Vancouver Canucks against the Flames, and that is in Vancouver at 10 o'clock.
All right, man. Sounds good,
and
kid.
I'm real excited. I talked about my stuff yesterday. We're going to turn it over to the, to the people who are really, really dug deep into hockey. Of course, always take my stuff into consideration a little bit, but you might want to stand back a little bit because I am putting out losers, for the Costa Rican books. I'm trying to make y'all lose. So you might want to fall back from my stuff a little bit, but I think that our guest will come on, especially my man Total Sports Edge. He will tell you how passionate I am about winning.
Yes,
period.
sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir, man.
That's the one. Why one passion is winning at all costs, no matter which way it is. I'm trying to get as much information as I can get, trying to do it any way I can. Now, I am somewhat stubborn, and there's a couple of things that I'm not going to stop doing as far as, your boy likes favorites. That's just it. I like favorites. Y'all like dogs? I like favorites. So I ain't mad at you for liking a dog. Don't be mad at me for liking a favorite.
All right, sounds good, man. I just got confirmation from the First Lady of the Fake Fam and the Total Sports Edge that they're going to be on the show. And guys, I want to just talk real quick about guests that come on the show. Let me tell you something. We've been, the Dream and I have been kind of holding it down and doing our thing and, all that and whatnot. And we've been very, very selective on guests that we've been putting on because, number one, we want to make sure that our guests have a documented, incredible history of tearing it up out there, okay? We can come on, and plus there's been so many sports an hour goes by just with you and I it just flies right by, right?
No doubt.
Then number two is that, we've had some guests on here, I'm not going to mention any names, that kind of slowed down the show a little bit. So, you know what, we're all energy all the time, man. So, you know what, you got to understand, I got to keep my energy going all day long, dude. I can't just.
Number three, we've had some guests on the show
that want to go and replicate it and then go and talk.
What a copycat, use it as a launching pad for their own awful product, and they want to shop at the dentist's office all across the country, as it's great to listen to when you need to calm down and get yourself relaxed.
I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Like it's so we're being very, very selective on who we put on here. That's it. You know what I mean? And we're going to be there are some very, very big names in the industry that have taken some consideration on being on the biggest show in the world. Okay, so we're really, really focused hard on that, guys. So I'm very excited about our guests today. That's all I got to say about that. ready to rock, kid. So what do you want to do? You want to look into, dude, last night NBA, dude. I got to find some money.
Last night of the NBA Izzles. I'm definitely probably not going to be that involved in NBA, as my attention is definitely going to be on hockey tonight. I'm real excited about the hockey card. The game should be awesome. I really want to see my Islanders. I would love to see my Islanders get this first game tonight, boy, and really set it off for the Island. Because, Islander fans, man, I got to be honest with you guys, and I'm not an Islander fan, but, the Islanders have stunk for a really long time. So to see them, even in the playoffs right now, in the season that they had this year, that's good for their fan base. They deserve that. When you have a team that has not been good for a while, that's like, the Cleveland Browns making the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? That's an accomplishment for them, and I'm happy for their fan bases. They finally, can get their heads out of the paper bags and, say, hey, we got something winning going on, and that's dope.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So hopefully it'll end up working out, man. Let's take a look at.
Let's get right into these NBAs. We got a full card tonight. A whole lot of NBA games going.
All right, let me take a look real quick and pull up those lines and see what we got. I have a pick that you're not gonna like. I can already tell, and I'm sure you're pretty stung about this team. But we'll go from there. And the line actually dropped, which surprises me.
I bet you I am going to like it. And I think I already know what it is. I can almost read your mind, but I bet I am going to like it. But go ahead.
All right, let's start with the first one here. This game that has no relevance whatsoever. We got the Detroit Pistons at the New York Knicks. And Detroit is minus 6.5 with an under-over of 196.5. Dude, so I guess people were upset the other day because the Knicks have been winning. They're upset. They're upset because they think it's going to mess up their lottery draft. Right. I'm not an advocate of teams blowing games.
Me neither. I'm just because we like to win. I mean, maybe we don't, but we do.
I'm just saying that. You know what I mean? I just don't. I don't. You got to understand something, guys. These are professional athletes out there. Okay, they're not trying to get a pink slip and go home and try to continue to go. Imagine going home to your dope wife and being like, "Yo, I got cut from the team." You know what I mean?
No, I'm not worried about that, but you're right. I mean, they are worried about getting a pink slip. No, I agree with you. Telling a dope wife, trust me, she needs to just hold it down. That's when you need your wife, is when you get a pink slip. Anybody could be with you when you getting paid. All right?
I know.
The real people hold it down when you're broke. Yes. But anyway, the other issue is I don't remember seeing Michael Jordan playing in the NCAA tournament this year. Did you?
No, sir.
Right. So the thing is you got some guys coming out. There's some talent coming out. Is it talent? Franchise building talent? I mean, very questionable. So that's why I don't think you ever tank anything for that because, half of this stuff half of these guys don't pan out.
I agree with you. So I think it's going to be. I mean, you got Okafor. You've got I don't know if Russell's going to be in there or not, but it's going to be it's going to be tough. So I mean, you take a look at the slate, and we'll get into the draft, guys, as it gets a little closer. But right now, I mean, we're looking at playoffs, looking ahead at that, and nobody's really paying much attention to that other than these two teams. But I don't know. For you to get mad at the at the Knicks for winning, I think it's kind of crazy, but whatever.
I think they just mad at the Knicks in general and saying, yo, you've been booty all season, so don't go trying to win now. I think maybe that's the stance.
Yeah. Big ups to my man Papa Smurf, by the way, that tried to send me to Washington Wizards. You know what, Pop? As a matter of fact, I actually looked at the Wizards +8 because I had Indy -7. And I was thinking about it, and I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should just back it up, lose the juice, and get out of the play. And maybe, get fortunate enough to, have one of them hit. But by the way, I lost. I had a push, and I lost with a last-second meaningless 3. I hate when that happens by the Wizards. But and that's like the second time that's happened in a week for me. But I didn't end up doing it. I just said, you know what? I'm going to hold true to my play because I would have been so pissed if Indiana, laid the smackdown. You know what I mean? So, but big ups to him on that. I got to tell him.
Let's see my man Cephalosha in the news ready to go ham on NYPD.
Oh, definitely.
Hey, Seth, how about you went home, though? How about you just went home, though?
Yes,
really?
Sir.
I'm just saying, I know, it's tough to go home when you want to, do what you want to do. But, how about if you went home, that would have never happened too.
That would have not happened. Exactly, brother. So big ups to my man, the real deal. Yo, wants to know what you're going to do at home. Big money lines in hockey, kid.
What am I going to do? Say that.
He said, what are you going to do without all the big lines in hockey?
There are big money lines in hockey.
You're going to do what you normally do.
There should be. Big way. Well, first off, we series betting. First and foremost, the playoffs, to me, the secret with playoffs is definitely series betting. And I will probably not play tonight's game ones under any circumstances, as we will watch and we will look for situations. Situations of, I'm big into follow the series and try to follow, try to feel it out. You get that team that wins game one and wins game two, barely, then the team's really amped to get in game three. If you go down 2 games, when it gets back to their home, they're going to try to win too. So we'll keep an eye on those situations and spot it. But as far as betting on the game for game ones, I probably won't bet on the exact game.
All right, sounds good. We'll let the experts deal with that and see what they got. Know what I mean? But you and I are series plays.
For the most part, that's how I'm going to start off.
All right, yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna tail you on your series plays with the 2 that you plugged yesterday. But we'll get into that. Can you recap those again?
As far as the series plays in hockey was concerned, I like the. Hold on one second. Let me put, because I'm in the NBA.
We'll go back.
I like
to
the Rangers, and I like the Ducks.
Okay. All right. Cool.
In a series play parlay, Rangers Ducks. I like that. That to me is I think is super solid.
I'm going to move on from these games. I'm going to announce them, but I really just don't have an opinion on this one. Boston Celtics at the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee Bucks -2, under over 200.5. Kid, Boston is playing their hearts out right now, huh?
Sure they are. I would roll with, though, in these situations, is everybody's all set. I think you got to move with the home teams.
I don't know.
Okay.
You know what? I gotta fall back from that because I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. Either one of these teams could be resting people or not.
I don't like this game. I'm not telling you. I'm just saying in general. You go with. I don't like this game. I would tell you. I don't bet it.
All right. Next one we got on a ticket is a game that guys, let me walk into the Lions Den again by myself. But I am taking the Brooklyn Nets to beat up on the Orlando Magic, and I'm going to lay the 8 points. It was 10 before, dude. I can't believe it's only 8 now.
I can.
You can? Why is that?
I know this is the game you thought I would have a problem with.
Yes.
No, I've got no problem with that.
I think the Brooklyn Nets get it done, dude. They have had 2 awful shooting performances in the last 2 games. I'm talking like in the 30 percentile.
Yeah. No, you're right. You're absolutely right. I don't mind Brooklyn in this spot neither. I'm probably not going to bet on it, but I don't mind them in this spot. As the Magic is a very bad team as well. Magic are a bad team. Right.
And you got some guys playing for jobs and all that, but at the end of the day, that's just a tough call, you know. And I was watching after the game last night. I was up really late, and I was watching the playoff scenarios for the West. Dude, it's a mess.
Yeah. I know.
The West is a mess. There's like so many. There's like 100 different scenarios that can go on there. So we're moving on from that. But guys, sorry we're moving a little bit quickly through these games. But you know what? We got our hockey experts coming on, and I want to just go through all these NBAs before they get on. So taking a look at the next one here. So I am feeling Brooklyn Nets, and that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do a money line parlay with them, and I'm going to take them minus the 8 points as well. Next one we got on the ticket, we got the San Antonio Spurs playing at the New Orleans Pelicans. The Spurs are -5, Pelicans +5.5. That's the best you could do out there. Man, Spurs got to win, bro.
Spurs have to win.
Well, no, neither one of these teams. Let me rephrase that. New Orleans has to win a lot more than the Spurs.
Well,
because they got OKC breathing down their neck, bro.
No. If the Spurs want the 2nd seed, they have to win, is what we should be saying.
Yes, definitely. So,
and I believe that now, while I don't think you fight for the 3rd and 4th seeds, I do think you want to fight for the 2nd seed.
Definitely. Because you want to play, who would be at the bottom there? You probably have Dallas. The second seed would get Dallas.
Right, they're going to get Dallas. But more importantly is, they're home for the majority of the playoffs. They've got home court for, the majority up into the, conference final. The other issue, but the thing is with the Spurs, man, I don't think the Spurs really care, though. Because they'll beat you in your house.
Yeah, right.
Right. That's what they're on. We could beat you in your house right now. So, but I see this, man, I think the Spurs win tonight, brother.
Yeah, well, you got to remember the Pelicans are going to be playing hard.
The Pelicans have been good as well. The Spurs are on fire and they're hot, but I think the Spurs win tonight.
Ooh, okay. All right. Well, are you going to bet it or are you just kind of leaning?
I'll be putting it out later. Let me work on it. I got to put it out later. I got to call the Costa Rican casinos first.
Got to call the MGM too while we're at it.
See what they want me to give you all.
All right. OKC at the Minnesota Timberwolves. OKC minus 14. Do not have a total on this yet. OKC, they're going to win, but I don't know about giving 14 points there, brother.
Absolute must win for OKC. I'm all good with the 14. Better get it now if you plan on giving the points. OKC gonna blow the Timberwolves out, brother.
You think so, huh?
They got this team. The only way they get in is they win, and they need the Pelicans. I mean, not the Pelicans. They need
the Pelicans.
The Pelicans to lose. So OKC gets the win here. I think they'll cover the 14. Yeah, I mean it'd be great to buy it down to 10, awesome, or to throw it in a tease. But I love OK. I mean, of course they're gonna win.
All right. Taking a look at it and see where it goes.
Should even be close.
Next one we got on the ticket, we got the Denver Nuggets coming into the Golden State Warriors. And I got to be honest with you, dude. The Denver Nuggets played inspired basketball at the Clippers the other night. They're getting 11. What is Golden? I mean, Golden State's probably going to have. This might be another one of those situations where I could do the live line at the end. Where they. But maybe not, because I gotta be honest with you. Mr. Kerr was not happy with the bench play the other night, man. They gave up so many points. I want to say they gave up like 41, 42 in the fourth quarter. And he was not happy, dude. This dude was screaming. So he may keep the dogs on the whole game. So that might be something I may fall back from, to be honest with you.
Got you.
All right, but they're giving 11 points. Tough game, man. I got to kind of read these, man, and see where they go. Last one I got on the ticket here, I got Sacramento Kings at the LA Lakers. And Lake Show is minus 3.5 with an under-over of 205. Lake Show just got beat by them. I want to say they got beat by 11. It was either 9 or 11, but I ended up cashing. Big ups to my man Irvin for giving me that play.
Lakers got beat by them by 10.
By 10, okay, so I was close.
102 to 92.
All right, so Lake Show played them really tough.
I love the Lakers tonight.
Do you really?
Yeah, the Lakers.
I was thinking the same thing, bro.
Lakers get this win tonight. If you guys got any money at the end of the night and you're up, get on board with this.
You know what? You know what I like, Dream? I like a tease. I'd like to get that plus 3.5.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Get that and then get Brooklyn down to 1.
Okay.
That should be a good play right there.
I'm gonna let you get that. I'm good. What do you call it? The Brooklyn play I like a lot better. That's the thing. If the Lakers get me, I'd be so mad. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So
you could if chain it as well if you want, for more money. Take Brooklyn for more money and then chain it with the Lakers for a little bit less on the wager. In the if bet scenario,
you got a good point there, brother. So I don't know if you guys know what if bets are, but basically you could take your best team and let's say you got $100 on account, right? And you want to put, we never recommend putting the whole $100 on one game, but let's say you took 25 of it. All right, but you wanted to bet 3 games, but you only want to risk 25. What you do is you take your teams in order based on the ones you like the best, and you could go 25 on the first team, and if that wins, it would take the 25 and roll it over to the second team, and then it would roll it over to the third team. And you could actually bet like the 8 o'clock game, and it would actually, you could actually do an if bet with like a 1 o'clock game, so it's backwards. It's pretty cool,
sure.
man. Pretty cool.
I mean,
So
it's awesome because sometimes, I put it in where the team, one team played first, but they're in the chain like in the middle, and it's already won. So you're good. So it could give you an idea what you'll know kind of if you're gonna win or not, maybe before all of your chain is done. If you got multiple teams in, but if you only got two, it's a little bit different. But in this case, this would work just regular because the Nets go at 8:00 and the Lakers go at 10:30. But the if chain is a great way if you don't have a heavy bankroll and you don't want to put a lot of money at risk. You can put half your bankroll at risk, but yet still have extra money in play.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Big ups to my man Dank too. He said that Cousins, Gay, and Collison are out for the Kings as well. So Lake Show might be the play, dude.
I'm loving Lake Show. I like the Lake Show a lot. I like Lake Show. I like Thunder a lot. I also am going to have to roll with the Spurs. The Spurs been on fire.
Spurs look like they're unbeatable.
Spurs have been on fire. And anybody discounting them. And once again, I mean, we got to go back to, here I go doing my thing, patting myself on my back. But who was talking about the Spurs right after the All-Star break?
Yes, sir. Yep.
When everybody was like, they're done, they're old, it's a wrap for them. I was telling y'all that the Spurs don't count that team out.
You said don't count them out. That's your exact words. Don't count them out. So, hey, man, big ups to everybody that's retweeting the show. Crush the Bookies got it on fire right now. There's already 79 of them, dude. And I wish I could really plug every single person on here, man. It's just very, very difficult, guys. You know who you are out there, and we have actually 81 now. Vegas Bank, Doc, Jeff Ryan, Bagel T, Irvin's out there. Guys, wow. What a
Mario
day.
Martinez, Smokey Rodriguez, D1 Locker, Get Vegas Bookie, Tip Talkers out there, David Duncan, my man Rick Lopez, Holiday, Yippa 82 is out there as well, G Rose. it is very, very deep. I'm trying to help out a little bit.
Thank you. I appreciate it's deep, dude. It's deep.
Sportscasting, Sammy Sam. The Pick is out there. Meet Your Maker. What's going on, guys? Thank you so much for listening to the biggest show in the world this morning.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Rocking and rolling, man. So, Total Sports Edge, you can call any minute, anytime you want, man. We are here, ready to rock. Let me just send a message to him, and we'll go from there and get his ass on the show. All right, so you gonna talk to him about the Coyotes not being in, kid?
Thank God he won't have to worry about that.
Man.
Thank God we got rid of the Coyotes. Total Sports Edge. I gotta get you a Coyote jersey, player.
Well, maybe he'll buy you one for the Brewers or the Nasties, kid.
You know what I'm saying?
All right, let me take a look here and see what we got as far as MLBs real quick while we're waiting on him to call. Let's see. We got Miami, Atlanta. Oh, yeah, here he is. Do I got my man, the Total Sports Edge, on the line today?
Yo, what's going on, SBTV Nation? How you guys doing?
Oh, we're good, kid. Good to hear your voice again, man, after Las Vegas. We had a good time with you.
TSC,
yeah,
I did put in to get you a Arizona Coyotes jersey. What player would you like?
Got to be Smitty. He's the only one that plays for him. Hey, so you know what, Graham? You laugh about that, but I think you were too busy dancing to Michael Jackson while we were putting down the late night magic there on those parlays with nothing left on the board there, trying to make a dollar out of 10 cents on that stuff. So, but we'll take it. We'll take it. Arizona, we went on it. You forget to mention the other couple we hit.
I can't lie. The Michael, I got to tell you, that Michael Jackson show is it's the best. I've been Broadway. I've seen, dozens of plays on Broadway. Michael Jackson's show is the best show I've ever seen in my life, ever.
Good deal. Good deal.
Awesome.
I think he was referring to you wiggling around at the club.
No,
Dream.
I heard him with that. That's my dude right there, though, man. What's going on, brother? You ready for this hockey thing or what? You got to be excited.
Oh man, we've been chomping at the bit. Just, really excited about these playoffs. I'm telling you, this year's rounds matchup, like, I haven't seen matchups like this in probably 10 years where you've got so many great teams, and really you look at these matchups from top to bottom, and each and every one of these matchups, each of these teams are essentially facing their kryptonite in the first rounds. These are really, really good matchups here this year, guys. Like, these are going to be some exciting playoffs, probably the best that I can remember in years,
All right, let's kick it off. What you got? Let's talk.
Okay, well, let's get into it here. So, we might as well start with tonight's games here. I know everybody's, looking at this first one with Ottawa and Montreal, and you've got, obviously, two of the best goaltenders in the league right now going at it here. A couple of key things that we want to just let everybody know here before they get too riled up on Montreal before we find out all of the information here later on today. Listen, guys, this Pacioretty thing is a huge deal. Pacioretty is the scoring for the Montreal Canadiens. This year for them against Ottawa, for example, he scored 6 goals, got 2 assists. The rest of the team only got 5 goals. He is everything for this Montreal Canadiens scoring front. Problem is with him right now, I'm not sure if a lot of you guys realize, he was wearing a tinted visor the other day in the last couple of days in practice. For those of you who don't really know what that means, he said it was because he wanted to look a little more flashy out there. But knowing what that means is basically it's concussion problems. We all know that. They're trying to, dance around the fact that it's upper body, but it's concussion the way he went in there, and that's going to be a huge deal. If he's not in the lineup tonight, which I honestly don't think he's going to be, I don't think that they rush him back. You really got to keep an eye on Ottawa here because, tonight's a great night in these first games of these series. You're going to notice that the home team gets overplayed quite a bit. So you're going to notice these lines are probably a little larger than they really should be in these first games until something gets established. So, there is a good opportunity to get in and get some value on some stuff. These two goaltenders are unbelievable. Like Hammy and Price, they're going to go toe-to-toe, but the problem is that Montreal isn't going to have the scoring if Pacioretty's not in the lineup in the first game, and that's going to be a real issue. And the way that these eighth-place teams coming in like this, they're coming in, and they've got no pressure coming in. Okay, so, yeah, they made the playoffs, but the difference is that these guys have been playing playoff hockey for the last 2 months. Every single one of these games that they've gone into right now have been do-or-die games. There's something to be said about, going in like the LA Kings in years past with that type of mentality, because you've already been playing this type of playoff hockey for a long period of time, whereas these other teams, it might take them, a game or so to really turn the switch on. So, I'm liking what I'm seeing with Ottawa. I don't see how you can, pass up or look past the value on Ottawa here tonight, especially if Pacioretty's not in the lineup. Hammond's 20-3 in his last 23. It's just, they're just a really good look for me. I'm going to be really looking at this Pacioretty thing. I think everybody else should be too. And to be quite honest with you, I think we're going to be on Ottawa here early, right off the hop.
Now, what do you think about Montreal, though, with the revenge factor? As Ottawa did knock them out in the first round in the 2013 playoffs, I know that 10 of the players that were on that team are still on Montreal's roster. And Brendan Gallagher, also Alex, I'm going to kill his name, I think, Alex Galajek, they say they remember it well. And they say that they are definitely, wanting to really get at Ottawa because they remember how they're a little bit bitter about what happened. I agree with you. Hammond as a goalie, absolutely outstanding as a goalie. The only thing that I will say, though, that I struggle with Ottawa, I don't like their passing. It seems like it's what's the word I want to use? not crisp. It just seems a little disheveled at times. They pass the spots and guys are not there.
Yeah, the thing is that there could be 10 guys on that team that from 2013, and there might be one guy on that team or two guys from the 2007 series. And if you guys remember in the 2007 series, if some of you remember, Ottawa, smoked them that time too. Ottawa's had Montreal's number straight up since 2007, and the way that they got to them in 2007 is they came out and hammered them on the first shift, knocked out one of their best players, and we all know what happens when Montreal gets physical. They're not built for physicality, period. That's where they're going to have some problems. My boy Prusty from London, we're from London, know each other. He's the only guy on that team that's going to be putting any physical muscle into anything, and that's where they're going to lack some stuff here. They're not going to have the physicality, and not to mention the goal scoring. You can have memories of years past when you've been out, but when you've got a guy like Pacioretty, who's your entire goals, your whole point system, if he's out of the lineup for any length of time, it gives Ottawa a huge advantage. So yeah, these guys might remember it, but when you're going in this hot into the playoffs, you can't overlook these teams that are going in so hot into the playoffs. Ottawa is tuned and ready to go. And another little factor I'll let you guys know, and I'm not sure how many know this with Ottawa, but our assistant coach died yesterday. Reed died at 55, cancer, before Murray, surprisingly. So that could be a bit of a motivating factor here as well for them. He was a real rallying guy for that bench. He was the guy that the players and everybody rallied around. So, and I just think you can't, Pacioretty being out of the lineup, if he's out tonight, I'm going after Ottawa first game, taking the money, and then going to go after Ottawa. Yeah, Montreal might even up the series. Montreal's a tough place to play, and they might squeak it out, in 7 games or something. But I'll take the value in Ottawa here tonight, especially if Pacioretty's not in the lineup, the way that that Ottawa's been going as a team lately.
All right, cool deal. So Total Sports Edge, are you on? Are you going to pick out a couple of games that you're really feeling, or what are you thinking here as far as format here?
Well, I got a little bit on everything here. I got a little bit on each of these. So, if you want, it's up to you guys, whatever you want to do. I've got some key points on each of these things here. So you let me know. I can, we can move on to the next one here. I can try to, get the basic stuff, the key information that people are going to want to know on each one of these rounds here. And,
yeah, definitely. I think because we have another guest that's coming on at some point, so I just messaged her that we're going to we're going to extend the show a little bit for everybody, for all our listeners out there. So we're very happy about that. But I think what we could do is get a quick breakdown on each series maybe, and then what your superstar plays of the night are. I think that would pretty much get everybody a good taste for what you got going on, and then we'll bring her on.
Yep, sounds good, man.
Awesome.
Well, let's move on to the Islanders in Washington for you guys here down in Strong Island there. Here's some things that you got to look out for with Washington. And I really, until Obi-Wan proves to me that he can play in the playoffs, I'm not sold yet. And that's just, there's something to be said about playing playoff hockey, and you're going to notice a difference between, not to sound like Don Cherry here, but our Canadian boys and even our American boys have a little bit of a different type of style of game once the playoffs come. Sometimes, these Russians or Swedes or, these guys from different parts of Europe, they don't totally, get that grind that it takes in the playoffs. And really, Obi has shown to me in the past that he's folded in these types of situations. So until he really, steps out and proves to me that he's actually going to be a playoff type of player, I'm a little hesitant to lay a lot of, money on him. And, they're riding Holtby 72 games this year, guys. Holtby started in 72 games for Washington. That's got to, run out at some point here. That's going to take a huge fatigue factor, especially as we get into the playoffs. So how long he can go continuing to be the guy that they hang on like that, the physical wear and tear on a goaltender to play 72 games, and the fact that Washington's going in without a 1-2 combo in the back end is a problem. The Islanders can play any game you want. They are a well-rounded team. They got big physical guys. They got 4 lines they can run. They can score. They're up in the tops for goals per game. I really just have a hard time, at the end of the day, putting a lot in Washington at this point. I know that they've been really hot, but you're going to find that Trotz has a type of system, and he's a very, as we remember from previous teams he's coached, he's a very tight, defensive-minded, opportunistic type of coach. And, a lot of Washington, this is still new for them. So, to see how they react in this playoff structure, and Washington's great when it's a wide open, type of game and it's regular season and, it's not as tight a checking. But if they put 2 guys on Ovechkin, they're not getting anywhere. If they just key in on Ovechkin, he's going to get frustrated and rattled like he usually does, and then it's going to be tough for him. So, I like Long Island here. I like the Islanders to make some noise here in the playoffs and get back to their winning ways. And I'm looking at them. I'm looking at them tonight to take one out of Washington as well. So,
all right, cool deal, man. Cool deal. So you're feeling the Isles. All right. What's the next one you got, brother?
Next one here, we've got Chicago and Nashville. This is going to be a good series. Chicago's starting to come on now. You've got Nashville. They played really well at all year. They're definitely pretty good at home. The key thing that I think that's key for Nashville here that might be a problem, again, might be some goaltending stuff. Rinne hasn't looked right since he's come back from injury. And there's something to be said about coming back from an injury late in the season. The later you go in the season and if you get injured later in the year, the harder it is for you to come back. Knowing as a player, how the game speeds up as you get later into the season, it's that much harder for you to come back. So it's different if you take an injury at the beginning of the year and you come back a third of the way through the year. But if you take an injury like he has, and he's just come back in the last while now, it's really hard to get back up to full speed. And I think that's going to be a bit of a problem. And with Chicago getting healthy again here now, and the way that they'll just turn on the switch here now, it's going to be a tough go for Nashville. Both these teams are super high puck possession teams. Okay, so these teams both control the play. They both control the puck. They both are the tops in the league with puck possession. So you're going as far as crisp passing and play and that kind of stuff. Dream, it's going to be a good series to watch, but. This game here, I'm honestly staying away from tonight. I want to kind of get a feel for how it's going to open up here, but I think that's going to be a real good series. But I think ultimately, Rinne's, coming back off of this injury is going to be a little bit of a factor for them. And the Blackhawks getting healthy.
What's the status for Kane?
He's back. He'll be back today. It's apparently, as far as what I've read and understand right now, he'll be back, which is going to be a big shot in the arm for them, and so that'll be key. And it's going to be a tight, probably low scoring. I bet you it'll be. Then the series will probably be pretty tight and low scoring. The Blackhawks have actually surprisingly tightened up the screws on the defense. I think last bit of the season they were only after I can't remember, 225 goals against for the year or something like that, which is, I can't remember what it was. But no, it's going to be a pretty good, tight series.
Now, Kane, he broke his collarbone, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Okay, so any idea? I mean, I'm kind of putting you on the spot here, but I'm just wondering, relevance in hockey, how do you think he comes back from a broken collarbone injury? So what I'm getting at is, sometimes these guys come back from an injury that they maybe shouldn't come back from. So instead of helping the team, they actually may be hampering them to an extent. How do you feel about him coming back from that type of an injury in this type of situation?
I think it's fine for Kane, the type of player that he is. I don't think that it's going to be a real issue. You don't really see Kane, mucking it up a whole lot. He's not a guy that's expected to lay the body. He keeps his distance. He picks his spots. He flows with the game. He's not a guy that is going to be laying open ice hits, or he's not a guy that you're going to catch up necessarily on an open ice hit and stuff like that too. And I think he'll stay a little clear of the boards and stuff like that, and that's fine for him, because you want him out front, out in the slots, and in those open ice spaces. So, I don't think that it's going to be as big a deal. I think it'll be a bit of a nuisance for him, having had collarbone injuries and no guys that have in the past. It'll be a little bit of a nuisance, but as soon as you're out there for your first shift, it doesn't matter what type of injuries and if nuisances you have. With the adrenaline pumping, that all goes away after you've been out there for 2 minutes. You don't feel anything until the next day. So,
Gotcha.
I don't think that's a big one to worry about for him, as far as something that might hold him back or whatever. So,
all right, cool deal, brother. Cool deal. What's the next one you got, brother?
Calgary, Vancouver tonight. This is, again, how could you ask for much better matchup here with these two West Coast teams going at it? Calgary is the team I look at very similar to Ottawa here, in the fact that I like the fact that they've been playing so well and playing this playoff hockey for so long, and they're going to be loose, just like the Sens. And there's something to be said about going out there and being loose. These guys have nothing to prove now. Ottawa, Calgary, nothing. Yeah, they made it into the playoffs. They want to win, but this Calgary team is so young. They just need to get out there and enjoy the moment. They can skate with anybody. And the thing that that is a huge factor for me with this Vancouver team is that we're seeing the same old problems here now. Who's going to start? Who's going to start? Who's going to start? Same old goaltending problems that they've had in the past. This is going to be a key thing here. And like I said before, about taking those injuries late in the year, Miller just coming back now, if they put him in tonight, I'll lay a little more on Calgary. Even with Lack in, I'll bet Calgary tonight. But if they put Miller in for some strange reason tonight, which I would not understand why they would, I'll probably put a little more on Calgary. This isn't the Vancouver team of years past. We all got to, wipe that slate clean and forget about anything that you remember about the Vancouver Canucks from when they used to play the Chicago Blackhawks and were making runs with Luongo and all that stuff. This is not the same Canucks team. These guys are rebuilding. Remember, they didn't even make the playoffs last year, so to expect a whole lot out of them moving forward this year is going to be, I think that's putting a little bit too big of expectation. Brand new coach in place here as well. And the Sedin brothers, if you clamp down on those two guys, similar to like an Ovechkin type of thing here, if you clamp down on the Sedins and just focus on them, there goes their scoring. They're not going to be able to put the puck in the net. So you're going to see Calgary. They're going to probably physically try to get to the Sedins. They're going to try to, shadow or lock them down, because that's all they've got. A guy that I like that I'll say could be a difference maker in this series, and obviously for the future, who seems to be a big time player, is our local London guy, Horvat. He's been a clutch guy. He's been getting clutch goals all season. He's a rookie, but he's been making a good name, and he's going to be a guy that we're going to build around or build with for the future. But I don't expect a whole lot out of Vancouver, to be quite honest with you. I just don't see them as being the same type of Canucks as they used to be. I see them still working out some kinks, and Calgary going in so hot again. They've been so hot going in, and Vancouver is going to need to really be sharp here because Calgary can skate with them, and maybe even a little better. And the key thing with Calgary is that they've actually allowed like pretty much the fewest penalties against in the league. Okay, so but the Vancouver Canucks are actually on the top end of most penalties for. Now Calgary's, they let in a few more goals than they probably should have, so their differential isn't as good as it could be. But the fact that Calgary is disciplined is a key thing here going into the playoffs. The discipline is going to be a big factor for Calgary. If they can stay out of the box and keep the Sedins out of those power play opportunities, which I do see that being a style that they'll play, they will continue to play discipline. They'll try to keep the Sedins off the power play situation. And when the Sedins are on the ice, they're going to smother them. They're going to knock them off. They're going to frustrate them, whatever they can do, because they know if you can get under the skin of those guys, you got a pretty good shot at winning. And, I'm telling you right now, tonight, to be quite honest with you, I'm taking all three of those dogs tonight. I'm taking Calgary, I'm taking Islanders, and I'm taking Ottawa. And we're going with all those tonight. I'm laying off of the Chicago game just to wait and see on that. But I'm going to throw a little parlay with all three of those together and put a little sprinkle on that.
Wow.
And I don't see any. I really don't. The first games of these series are a huge opportunity to make the money. This is, when they're going to put these lines shouldn't be this big. It's a time to get in and take advantage of the overplayed home ice or different situations and jump on these hot teams. You can't. How can you pass up Ottawa and Calgary? Two of a couple of the hottest teams going in right now. It's the kind of dog money that you're getting them at.
Cool.
So,
cool.
No doubt. Total Sports Edge, let me ask you a question. How would it be possible for you to come back on tomorrow and do the other 4 games?
Yeah, sure, man.
All right.
I'd
rather
have you on. That way we could recap what happened, tonight with these 4, and then we could get fresh right into tomorrow. Because dude, your information is stellar, man. So I think it'd be great, to be able to talk with you tomorrow about what happened tonight, especially after the great synopsis you gave us, and then we could go right into tomorrow night's games. So if we could get you back on tomorrow, dude, I would really appreciate that, and I think the nation, would applaud that.
I absolutely, guys. I know you guys are, got time, and you got First Lady coming on and all that stuff. And I know that, probably run on a little bit here or whatever, but trying to get the best information out for everybody here. And I'd be more than happy to come on tomorrow and break down tomorrow's games and talk about those with everybody too. And, and then
that'd be awesome too, because we wouldn't even be like, it wouldn't be rushed. It'd be more comfortable. I think it'd just be more comfortable because you got a lot of great information. So
Absolutely.
I just don't want to see it rushed. I want to see the information totally put out, and I want to hear every aspect of it. And then I really want to talk about, what happens tonight as well. So I think that's a home run for us if we can get you back on tomorrow.
Yeah, man, definitely. I'm into that for sure. I appreciate that. So, we'll watch tonight's games and see what happens here. But like I said, guys, the game 1 is a good opportunity to get a little bit of value while the lines makers try to establish these series and these lines and stuff. And we're going to go after tonight. Keep an eye on Pacioretty. That's going to be a huge deal. Keep an eye on the goaltending thing in Vancouver. But we're looking for a couple of these dogs to steal one. On the road and, hopefully make interesting series. I think all of these series are going to be really good. Like pretty much every one of those series that we just talked about got potential to go Game 7 in the first round, which is pretty exceptional when you look at years past to have the type of competitive series that I think that are going to be in store this year. So
awesome, dude.
Excellent.
Awesome.
So as a recap, guys, in case you guys aren't paying attention or just came on, the recap is Total Sports Edge is liking the Ottawa Senators tonight. It's a 7 o'clock start. He likes the New York Islanders tonight, which is a 7 o'clock start as well. We're staying away from the Blackhawk Predator game, which is an 8:30 start. And he likes the Flames tonight at a 10 o'clock start. And you're saying that you're thinking about also putting them all in a parlay, correct?
I'm going to put them all in a parlay and we'll do a little, small sprinkle on that because it's going to pay really well, and I'm going to take my chances. So I would suggest that anybody else wanting to, make some money and take a shot tonight on some of these to do the same.
All right, sounds
brother.
good,
Any
man.
type of now, as far as the series are concerned, same direction, or you don't play series, or you do play them? What thoughts there?
I do. I would like to play these series, but I think that it's a little early right now. These series are so tough, guys. Like, it's just like I said, these are going to be all game sevens, and I'd rather go day by day here.
Okay.
To be quite honest with you, that's my style. I like to, kind of play each game, and but I do think that these dogs here, a couple of them have a shot. Like, I think the Islanders got a great shot to win that series. I think Calgary's got a great shot to win that, and I think Ottawa's got a great shot. Like, I do think that, but. I can get the same kind of value on those series plays as I could get on them tonight, hitting them in the first game. So,
Smart.
I would, that's kind of the way I look at it anyways. And,
Okay.
and Montreal, once they get Pacioretty back, they could make some noise and squeak it out. They got the home ice. But same with the rest of these, really. But I just do like the spots in these first games because of the Pacioretty thing, because of the goaltending stuff and Vancouver's inconsistencies, and and Washington. Remember Washington or Vancouver too. They haven't made the they didn't make the playoffs either. Now they're in. They got Trost in there. He's implementing these new systems. This stuff takes time to put together, and we're gonna see what everybody's made of here this year, and it's going to be great. Can't wait.
Gotcha. One last point. Any propositional bets you see as far as, I don't know, anything stand out to you?
I haven't really looked in. I've been just breaking down this series and stuff. I wouldn't want to put anything out there.
No, definitely don't. Right, yeah.
Got it. All right.
So,
guys,
so we're going to get you back on tomorrow. We'll go over the other set of games tomorrow, the other 4 games we got tomorrow on Thursday, and we'll recap what we did tonight, and we'll take a listen to what you got for us tomorrow. Okay, brother?
Awesome.
Yeah, sounds good, guys. Anybody who is looking to want to get on board with us for the NHL playoffs and stuff like that, send us a DM or an email or something. We're doing it it's like $99 for the entire playoffs. So if anybody wants in, just send me a message, an email, a direct message. Let me know on Twitter or something. I'll get everybody lined up. And for those of you who are looking to get into any of those bracket challenges or whatever, I told my top tennis capper that I'd shout out that he's putting together a little bracket contest for all you NHL guys out there who want to compete against each other and go at it. And I told that I'd throw in a subscription for one of our sports. So, a season sports package, whatever it is, NFL, NHL, baseball, whatever it is, for the winner of that bracket challenge. So I just thought I'd toss that out there. And big shout out to everybody else, Hockey Immortal, Clown Man Swag. Geez, man, I can't even remember and go through it all right now. Everybody, you all know who you are. SBTV Nation, all our friends, followers out there. Let's get some money here in these NHL playoffs and keep it rolling here.
Sounds good, brother. Thank you so much for calling in. I'm looking forward to getting you back on tomorrow. And I'll give you a shout later on, too, brother.
Okay, sounds good, guys. Good luck tonight,
take
everybody,
care.
and take some money.
All right, sounds good. All right, Dream. Wow, kid, a lot of info there, huh?
Dude, no doubt. I love his stuff.
Oh, his stuff is
great.
banging,
this is a
dude.
Great time of the year to get this thing going. We want to be as fully prepared for these playoffs as possible, and my man got the knowledge.
Oh, well, he used to play hockey, dude, so
that's
he knows.
I didn't know if I could say that or not, so that's why I didn't. But yeah, so you guys know, Total Sports Edge was a professional hockey player.
Yes. So he's got his stuff. He knows his knowledge, and dude, I'm just looking forward to seeing what he's got to what he's got to say as we keep going. You know what I mean? So I am putting a message right in to the first lady of the fake fam to call into the biggest show in the world so we could tear it up with her and see what she's got to say about that. But, kid, Twitter is on fire right now, dude. This is absolutely nuts.
I really like the stuff that he said. I think I agreed with a lot of it. I really love his Islander take, obviously, because I'm big on the Island this year. I really love this Islander take, and I kind of think that the Islanders can steal this first game as well. And I am taking the Islanders for the series play as well, but I'm not including it with the other two teams. But I am going to do a little side, kind of light wager, like $50-$75 on the Islanders to win the series as well.
Really?
I am. I told you that yesterday.
Yeah.
I like the Islanders to win this first series. I do.
Okay. All right. While we're waiting for her to get in, let me just take a look at some of these lines that we got here. So we've got, let's see. So we got Montreal is minus 143. You can actually get Ottawa at plus 133 right now. The Islanders plus 130. Let's see. The Blackhawks in Nashville. Nashville is slightly favored at minus 110. And the Calgary Flames are plus 130, dude. So, I mean, if he puts all those together, I'm sure he'll be...
It's a crazy payment.
Yeah, right. And are all those at the same time? No, we have Calgary. Not. Calgary's late. So if you get the first two legs of it, you might have a pretty good hedge situation there.
You definitely would have a good hedge situation. I do think that I think if there's going to be a game that's going to be, I think the toughest game, honestly, there's two tough ones in there, but I think that Canadian game is going to be a bit on the tough side, man. And I struggle with that team, so I'm not going to mush you guys by getting on that Ottawa play. I just I think that the Canadian game, I don't know. I think it's tough. I think it's a tough one.
All right, so I'm going to just switch the music up here for our next guest. I got the first lady of the fake fam on the line today.
Hi, what's up, you guys?
What's going on, honey? How you doing out there?
Good. How are you guys?
Oh, we're fantastic. We've been watching you tear it up all season long, and we're looking forward to the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm really excited tonight. Are you guys ready for the playoffs?
Oh hell yeah.
Oh, my God, are we ready?
Are we ready? I can't wait. Of the year.
I've definitely.
Been waiting the whole time for this day.
I know. Yeah, sorry for the delay in getting you on. I apologize about that. Total Sports Edge was going a little into dissecting all these games, but now it's your turn, and I promise you,
we needed that. I mean, that's what we want. And you can go, in depth as you need to get to, as this is the playoffs, and that's what we're here and what we're about. Educating everybody and letting them know all that we can know about these games. So, if you get in depth, let us know what you got. Whatever you want to talk about, we're here. I mean, we're obviously going over our time right now, but I think this is what we need to do for this type of format.
Yes. I'm really excited to talk about all the plays I have locked in.
All right, cool. Well, let's start with what you got. So feel free to say whatever you want on here.
All right. I have a couple series bets that I put in.
Okay.
So I'll start off with the Rangers and the Penguins. I see this series ending in Game 5. This is what I got locked in. I took the series correct score for Rangers to win in 5. So 4-1 Rangers.
Nice. I like that. I'm all over that as well.
Okay. 4-1
I like
Rangers.
The Rangers to win that series. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, as much as I hate to say this, I think Penguins not gonna either get shut out or because they've been struggling lately, and the Rangers have been really good. They have everything. They have goaltending, they have defense, offense, and they're the team to beat in the East. And the Penguins haven't been playing their best hockey this year, so that's why I'm taking that. And I got it for plus 329. The reason why I'm taking the correct score series for this series is because if I take Rangers to win the series, the juice is way too much. So that's why I would take the correct score series.
Okay.
for
All
better
right.
odds.
So Dream, she's not doing the juice like we are, but she's going Rangers in 5, which
I don't like to drink the juice.
Ah.
No way.
I can tell.
I mean, if I am gonna take a fave to win the series, I would either parlay it or I would take it for like in the series correct score.
All right, awesome.
Yeah, I could tell you don't like to drink the juice because I think at some point in the season we were doing totals talk. I was telling you how I buy the totals always up a puck, and you were like, yeah, I'm not doing it.
Yeah, I remember that. But yeah, you're pretty good at your parlays.
I've been decent. I've been decent.
Not bad. You know what? I'll leave that one alone.
Don't start at her.
What's the next one you got on the ticket, First Lady?
The next one would be the Lightning and the Red Wings.
Lightning and Red
I'm
Wings.
taking, the Lightning and the Red Wings. I'm taking the Lightning to win in Game 6 because of the Red Wings are having some goalie issues. They don't know who to start. Like in net, either Howard or Mrazek. So I'm taking the Lightning here. I think they have a good shot of winning the series. It will be like the way that the Red Wings are playing this year. They've been struggling also.
Okay.
And between these two, the home teams always win between these two. So I would go with Lightning here.
Tampa
Yeah, and
Biscuit.
the Lightning towards the end of the season, well, I shouldn't say towards the end, actually in the middle, like right after their break, they were really putting some numbers up on goals. They were scoring some points.
Yeah, and I can see them trying harder this year because they got knocked out early last year.
Yeah.
So they will put up a good series.
Very offensively gifted team, the Lightning seem to be this season. And I know about the Red Wings goalie situation, so I am kind of on board with you with that as well.
Yes.
All right, cool. Sounds good, man. So what else? Any other ones that you're looking at or that are tickling your fancy out there? What do you think?
Well, it's going to be a really tight, with these kind of matchup here, anything goes. Anybody can take the series with the new format here. It's more, it's better rivalries. It's going to be an interesting playoffs here. I can see a lot of games going to OT also, which I'm going to put this out there. I don't really take regulation line for my plays. In the playoffs because most of the games usually go to OT, so I would always take -1.
-1?
You know, if I was, -1.
Okay. All right. Dream, what do you think of the -1 versus the -1.5?
You know me.
Minus half. Regulation.
Okay. The regular. Yep. Got it. What do you think?
You know me. I'm a straight up. I'm a money line it and take it for the game. I don't mind spinning. You know me. I don't mind. I like a sip or two of the juice.
Yes. So I'm just putting it out there for people. I know you always just take straight up money line.
For the most part, yeah, you're right. I have done the -1 though. Here and there, I have done that -1, but yeah, I do for the most part do money line. Now let me ask you, what are you as far as game to game situations? Are you getting involved tonight with the games?
Yes, I am. I have two plays that I locked up already.
Okay.
So I'm taking dogs for game 1. I usually do take dogs for game 1. And then we'll go from there. And if they do win tonight, then I would lay off them tomorrow, and we would take the faves tomorrow. So
okay.
I'm taking tonight. I'm taking the Senators.
Okay.
I'm taking the Senators to win tonight. I think they're capable of winning tonight over the Habs with Hammond hot in goal and stuff. And did you guys hear about their assistant goalie passed away yesterday from cancer?
Yes, yeah. Total Sports Edge was saying that.
Something like that.
Yeah.
So I think they would play really hard for him tonight. And I find a lot of interesting stats about the Sens. Like, they haven't been shut out all season. Not even one single game.
Wow.
Like, every single game, they always have to have at least one goal. They have never been shut out before. And they finished the series. No, they finished the regular season off really strong. They are 11-1, 11-0.
Okay. All right. So so the Ottawa Senators have never been shut out. So okay. So so you're on them. Total Sports Edge is on them. It's an underdog, which I know the nation loves the underdog's dream.
Yes,
so
they do.
Hey, you know what? Maybe
They finished the season off like really strong. You know, like that is the longest streak in franchise history.
Wow.
11-0.
Wow.
So
I
that's
don't.
pretty good.
My only issue, and I'm not gonna buck you guys. I think I'm gonna stay away from this game because I gotta be honest with you. I had Ottawa in their last game, which were in their must-win situation. I like Ottawa's goalie. I think their goalie is incredible, but their sloppy passing, and some of their skaters not being in position, guys not being where they're supposed to be, and just the fluidity of their offense bothered me. So I'm probably gonna lay off of this game, as I just was not. I didn't like what I saw out of their offense. It just the way it, I got to be honest with you, I wasn't impressed with their offense at all. But you guys know a little bit more about hockey,
right.
I think, than I do. So, that being said, I'm not going to go against you. I'm just not going to touch this one.
Yeah, it all depends on Price here, what he does here.
Right.
The only way Habs will win is if Price shows up.
Right.
This series can go any way. It's going to be a tight series. It's probably going to go to Game 7. So it just is all about goaltending here.
All right.
I mean, if Hammond's going to continue doing what he does, I think the Sens are capable of stealing 1 or 2 games in this series.
And I also, just to point out one more thing, and not to take any steam away from this, though, the Flyers, man, against Ottawa, the Flyers kept the puck in Ottawa's zone. I mean, it was just bothersome watching that game. I was like, why can't they why aren't they getting that out of there? And I gotta, like I said, I'm gonna stay away from this game personally. I'm gonna watch it, and maybe I'll learn a thing or two. Maybe seeing it tonight. Maybe it was a bad game for Ottawa. Maybe they just weren't off to their thing. Maybe sometimes matchups, in all sports, sometimes another team just doesn't match up well. And maybe that was the case with the Flyers. But I gotta tell you, the Flyers game, Ottawa's offense did bother me in that Flyers game. But we're gonna watch tonight and see what happens. Who's your other game?
The Calgary Flames.
All right.
I'm taking them tonight.
Wow.
I think they'll yeah. I'm not going to go against them. I mean, did you see how they've been playing lately? Like, there's no way I'm going to pass that up.
You've been on the Flames a bit this season, I noticed, because I've seen them in a lot of your work.
Yes. I've always liked them. I mean, like, with the new organization, they're really hardworking. They don't give up. They usually put up a good fight. And I can see that they're going to do that with the Vancouver Canucks in this series. They're not going to back down. And even without their captain Giordano, like, they've been getting their job done. So their defense has been stepping up. And, Canucks, they just don't have the goalie support there, and their defense. So I'm liking the Flames. That's a good dog here.
Wow. So her,
like, they're capable. I can see that they're capable of pulling an upset.
Wow. So Dream, her and Total Sports Edge are on Ottawa and Calgary as underdogs. That's pretty interesting, man. That's pretty interesting.
Yeah, I don't mind Calgary so much. Like I said, I've already mentioned my issues with Ottawa. Calgary, though, I know I've won with Calgary. Telling you the first lady. Be honest with you, I've caught you with Calgary in your on your page a few times, and I've tailed you, and it's been. I mean, you've been dead on with that. Matter of fact, big ups to you. I got to tell you. Your hockey's been very, very, very stellar. And you don't get enough accolades for it. You're not in every day running your mouth and bragging and boasting quite like me, which I know everybody else likes that a lot more than my style. But you need to, people really need to recognize. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the First Lady gets down every day, free picks just like we do. She puts them on her page, and I mean, the numbers are phenomenal. If I know most of our guys know what's up with you, as I think I plug you almost daily. I talk to them about going, checking you out and seeing what you do. But the stuff that you've put out has been, I mean, absolutely fantastic.
Yes, I really take this seriously. I actually I have a lot of dedication to this. I put my time into capping games. I try to give the best plays out there for everyone, and it's just all about making money.
And you know how you know you're good too? Because there is not a whole
Everything
lot of...
I post on there, I bet.
Yep. Yeah. Well, we're big fans of that. And the other reason I know why you're good too, I don't see a bunch of hate at you either. So if you don't get a bunch of that, then that means you're too good for, I get a bunch because I lose some plays. So cats, got ammo to get me with. But when you don't lose plays, people can't talk trash and you don't lose. So that's what's up.
Oh no. Like for me, I think people talk more when I win.
Yeah, no, you don't see it, Dream.
To be honest.
Yeah, you don't see it, Dream. You're, I'm in the fake fam #1 group there, and there's a lot that comes out of it.
The more they talk, the more I'm gonna step it up and try like pick winners.
Yeah.
So.
I tell you, I've been really impressed. I mean, and obviously, not to be sounding sexist, but obviously you are a female, and you're involved in hockey. And I've been absolutely astonished by a lot of your hockey calls and a lot of your plays and watching your stuff come to fruition, man. Hats off to you because you are putting it down. And, I, for one, really appreciate the work you put out there. And please keep it up.
Yes. Well, just because I'm a female doesn't mean, I can't cap games or I can't.
Oh, no, I know. No.
Oh, yeah.
I know.
Yeah, like.
Yeah, definitely.
But they can fall back with that.
I like that.
Oh, good stuff. So, First Lady of the Fake Fam, you've been an amazing guest. Thank you so much. Is there anything you want to plug or anything before we close the show?
Well, I'd just like to give my the rest of the Fake Fam a shout out.
Of course.
No doubt.
Yeah, I would like to give the rest of the Fake Fam a shout out at Crush the Bookie. You can follow him on Twitter and football. Like Uncle Sheets at Sheets Money, and Cousin Pete at no, actually I'll say Wheat first. Wheat Money and football.
All right,
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Cousin Pete.
We got. Hey, they know who you guys are. I talk about you guys every day. They know.
And I also want to give my shout out to my top followers out there who have been supporting me and everything.
Awesome.
Hey, now, First Lady, let me ask you: are there any now? Okay, so we got what you're going to go with tonight. You gave out the series plays. Is that all we got for series plays, or did you have any more series plays?
That's pretty much it. I mean,
right.
Those other matchups are really tight. I really like the Hawks. I think they usually pull it off in the playoffs here. I like their chances against the Predators. Predators, they don't have much playoff experience. And I think, and with Kane back in the lineup, I'm really excited about that series also.
All right. What about, okay, real quick, I'm gonna just ask a couple more questions. What's your thoughts on the Islanders Capital series?
The Islanders and the Caps?
Yep.
To be honest, I'm not sure about that series.
Okay.
Like it can go either way. I mean, the Caps, they have been playing good at home, and the Islanders, I like them tonight. As a dog, like I say, I always go with the dog for the first game. I like their chances tonight. I think maybe they could pull it off tonight. And I'm just excited to see, like there's going to be there are a lot of new teams in the playoffs this year.
Okay.
Like a lot of, I'm just excited to see how they're going to play.
How they're going to react,
we'll go from there.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for coming on, and thank you for doing what you do.
Yes.
And keep doing it.
Thank you. Thank you
right.
for having me
All
on
right.
your show.
Oh,
And,
our
keep up the
pleasure.
Good work, you guys.
All right. Thank you so
All right,
much,
thank
First Lady.
you.
Take care. Have a great one.
Yeah, thank you.
Take care. All right,
you.
Dream. We got the hockey knowledge to death, kid. Loved it
Oh,
today,
wow,
man.
man.
Loved it. Definitely just a lot to take in, bro.
Big show, great jobs by both our guests. First Lady was, making it happen. She's been, and I know I plugged her big time already. I know, but she really gets it in every day in and day out. She really gets it in. Great information. You guys digest it. Do what you got to do with it. I like some of the stuff. I am backing off of that Canadians game, but I like all of her. All of her stuff for tomorrow night, especially with the rain. I think the Rangers. I actually think the Rangers are going to sweep that series, to be honest with you, because the Rangers are on fire, and I don't really like what the Penguins are doing. I think the Rangers sweep it, but that's my opinion. And I just am going to play the Rangers for the series, and I'm parlaying it with the Ducks, and she almost has me wanting to add the Lightning to it. So, I might pull it. I got till tomorrow to figure that out, but she almost has me wanting it because I was on the fence with the Lightning as well, and she might have just pushed me over to add them to the parlay and do 3 teams on that side.
Oh, okay. All right. So I think what I'm going to do, Dream, as far as the baseball is concerned, I think I'm going to go over to Dr. Dan's page.
Yep.
And just kind of read off what he's got popping.
Cool.
You know what I mean? And we'll go from there. So let me take a look at what the evil genius is plugging right now for baseball. So he's looking at this game with the Arizona Diamondbacks that has they have Anderson on the mound versus San Diego Padres with Morrow on the mound. He's getting the Padres minus 135. That's kind of what he's feeling. Chicago White Sox have Danks on the mound versus Cleveland. Cleveland's got Bauer on the mound. Cleveland minus 140 is what he's kind of feeling there. Let's see. Cincinnati Reds got Marquise on the mound versus the Cubs, who's got Wood on the mound. He's feeling the Reds plus 110. Interesting. Let me just get a little bit more music here in the background here. He's got, let's see, Detroit Tigers have Simon on the mound versus the Pittsburgh Pirates with Laureano on the mound. I'm doing pretty good with the pitchers' names.
Well, I mean, you got easy ones.
Oh, yeah.
Simon and Laureano are pretty easy.
Yeah, he's feeling the Detroit Tigers plus 125. I think I kind of like that play, but I got to look at it a little bit further. Kansas City Royals with Volquez on the mound playing the Minnesota Twins with Gibson on the mound. That's an easy one, too. K-Sizzle, he's looking at minus 135. Milwaukee Brewers got Peralta on the mound versus St. Louis Cardinals with Lynn. St. Louis Cardinals, he's feeling minus 145. New York Stanks with Eovaldi on the mound versus the Baltimore Orioles with Norris. He's feeling the O's minus 120. Damn, he plays a lot of games, huh? Holy. Wow. Anyway, I don't want to swear. Let's see. Philadelphia Phillies with Williams versus the New York Mets with Nice on the mound. You know damn well he's taking the Mets.
I love when you said I'm going to go over to the blog and read Dr. I don't want to do all the baseball. I'm going to read Dizzles, which is all the baseball.
New York Mets got Nice on the mound with a minus 150. I may do the no score first inning on that play. I got to look at it. Seattle Mariners with Walker on the mound versus the Dodgers with Anderson. He's liking Seattle plus 110. And we got Tampa Biscuit at Detroit. Tampa Biscuit has Ramirez. And Toronto has Burley on the mound with Toronto minus 160. Okay. So, taking a look at that, I think I'm going to, dissect the baseball a little bit and see where it goes. But as far as my plays tonight, kid, I am on the Brooklyn Nets. I think that's what I'm going to do, too. I think that's what I'm going to do tonight. So, I don't know. I think I may do the teaser.
Yep.
I may not, but we're feeling Lake Show, too.
I'm feeling Lake Show. I haven't decided what exactly I'm doing because I'm going to get involved with some of the hockey as well. I'll put something out a little bit later, guys. I got to call up 5 Dimes and see what they recommend I give you guys for tonight. So first I got to get the front money from them, and then I'll put it out. Hey, you guys keep us laughing out there with your propaganda. You keep the show fueled. As you see, we will not stop growing. We are blowing up amidst all the propaganda that you can talk. I can't wait to hear the next stories about it. Come up with something good. Maybe have me get arrested or something. I don't know. Dream got arrested for I don't know, some controversy. I don't know what are they gonna say next about it.
Maybe you need like a an assault charge or something like that.
We're like the Kardashians of the sports betting world, brother. We got to change this to Dash TV.
Dream got arrested for assault.
Everybody watching us and talking about us in the spirit side, and then they'll be back in the show. Oh, we're not worried about them guys. Oh, yes, you are.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You guys get on the same thing. It's just, let me stop. I want to go, but I'm going to stop.
All right. Yo, we got over 100 retweets of the show today, brother. 101.
That's what's up.
Yes, sir. Big ups to the fake fan for helping that out, too, by the way.
No doubt. Definitely. Hey, I want to send big shout-outs to my man, the kid out there. The kid went ham last night for his boy, and I appreciate you looking out for us, brother. Good looking. Randy Lockhart's out there. LV White Shark is out there as well. Cash Action Bets, Empty Pockets. What's going on, brother? And thank you for those kind words of wisdom last night that you gave me. Shane Rodinius, what's happening, man? Rick Lopez, World Sports Picks is out there. World Sports Picks actually gave out the White Sox yesterday. Hopefully they can start getting your picks a little bit to me earlier, and I can get them out to you guys. If they're listening, please take note. Dank is out there. What's happening, brother? Winning Picks, Deeks Picks, Jonesy, Premier Sports Company, Sin City Maverick, Joey, my boy Papa Smurf. What's happening, player? Wicked Odds, TNT Picks. There will not be any contest, as this is not a contestable thing. This is about us making money any way we can for everybody. I'm not really in trying to be who's better and who's not, because there is no best. It's just about making money. All right? I'll see you in Beverly Hills, player. AZ Wildcat 83, Irvin, Scott Weaver, Vegas Girl 92661, Clownman Swag, Rainmaker 512, Beyond the Bets, Total Sports Edge, Root, the First Lady of the Fake Fam. Thank you so much for coming on and ripping it. Almighty Kev, Lucky Luciano, Ben Diaz, OJFB, Yippa 82. Guys, I am the Dream. If I miss you, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll catch you tomorrow. Always remember who you're with. Make the most of each and every day, because you can't get this time back. And have a good day.
Yes, sir. So, Dream, I like to see if I'm gonna sit down with you and do a little counseling with you. I think, and kind of maybe get you play some smooth music. You know what I'm saying? Maybe calm you down a little bit. Give you a little herbal tea. You know what I'm saying? So you could kind of relax.
You know better than anybody, and I love because I also was I was accused of throwing you under the bus as well. Now, cats don't know how we go, but there's no such thing. But anyway, I wanted to say to you, and you know as well as I do. You know the sacrifices and dedication that has gone into this on a personal level. Time that has been spent, not spending with our families, not spending, time we've taken away from maybe our kids, in standpoint, changes in schedules for me, a lot of dedication has gone into the product. And obviously that's why we're getting the results that we're getting. But when the negative stuff is spun, it just really eats at you, because to know, when you are so dedicated and you put your time in on your grind, it just kind of hurts. So you got to it's hard for me not to respond. That's all.
All right, real quick, guys. Aaron Hernandez has been found guilty of first-degree murder. He is going away. He's all done. Unbelievable. What a sad story that is, man. Thoughts and prayers again out to the victim with that. I've said that time and time again, but that's terrible. terrible. So, with that said, guys, we are Sports Bettors TV. We are the biggest show in the world. Can I
see what playing with a Bill Belichick will do to you?
Let me say it again, Dream.
Let me stop.
Let me say it again, just so everybody knows. We are the biggest show in the world, period.
The original.
Yes, sir.
There's a lot of copycats out there.
We love it. We love everything we do, guys. We're here on the grind, nonstop, doing it, taking our time and having a ball every single day. We love you to death. Go out there. Go easy.
We're the New England Patriots of Twitter.
That money. Let's go.
Peace.